All right, hey everybody, welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me for another Leprous. I said we're going to do a live version, but it was the same song I just did. It was just a live version, so we'll do it. It looks really good. I just played it for 2 seconds. I go, oh, that's the same riff, and but the quality sounded. I mean, that 2 second, less than 2 second. Like 1.25, closer to 1 second, really. I mean, if I'm going to get technical, and you know how technical I get, that's what I listened to. But I also saw the image as well, and it looked very clean and very clear. So let's do something different in a different way. We're going to check out one of apparently one of their first album or EP, a song called "Beauty of Death." From 2004, I believe. So let's get right into it. A lot of people have told me that they started out a little bit different than how they ended up, which isn't that all of us? I don't know. So let's get it going here. That piano in the background. Um, I didn't recognize the thing. You know what I mean? Just it did. Oops. Okay, come on now, stop. Won't stop. That did not sound like Leprous to me, at all. But it's cool to see where they came from, though, man. Uh, there's different people in that band, for sure. Don't know who, don't know what. Even the singer doesn't even sound the same. But I could see that it could be him. He's got that range, you know. Kind of sounded like Rat meets Judas Priest in a way, you know, with some Megadeth and some Metallica thrown in there. Uh, you know, interesting, super interesting, you know, a repetitive guitar line, 9 minutes. I mean, seriously. Oh, but it was an EP, you know. Hey, they only had a couple of songs. I can't even find it on Spotify. So I don't know what else is on the EP. I'll have to see if I can figure it out. But yeah, I didn't even find this on Spotify to talk about. I don't know anything about it. Just it said one their first EP. So, as far as I know, this is the first thing they released as Leprous, and uh, they have come a long way. It's impressive. It's impressive. It's been a long time though too. It's getting 18 years, you know. So 17, I guess, between releases, first and last. It's a lot of growth in between there. That's so cool. So cool. I love hearing early stuff. You know, I always like, you know, I talk about it a lot. How I like to go if I'm a new band, I'll check out the latest thing they've got. What's the latest and what's the most listened to, and that's what I'll start with. And then, you know, I get to learn the band a little bit, and then I'll start exploring backwards, and then when you go all the ways back, and you know, it's pretty common to almost like be introduced to a totally different band. You know, so if you guys know anything about this EP and this start for them for Leprous, you know, let me know, like as far as members and that kind of stuff. And maybe your thoughts on the style of music and how it's changed. If you have any opinions on that, it'd be kind of cool. You know, not exactly that, but whatever you think of, you know, just those are just some ideas I'm throwing out. Um, I'd like to hear your opinion on it. But it's pretty good, man. I love that bass solo in there. What about that? And it went. He had some time, you know. Well, he had 9 minutes, but he got a good 30, 45 seconds out of that for a bass solo, and it was good. It was real good. He's always been a good bass player. Some of it sounded like a little off timing, like when the drummer would do like a roll, and it would almost sound like they'd miss it and come in like a few times. And then also some of the vocals too were like felt like they were but it was like off timing, and it didn't like feel like it was matching with the rhythm of the guitar or the beat of the song. It was, you know, I don't know, it just felt that way to me, which makes it even funnier and more interesting, I guess. That Oh, how old were they? You know, how old were they? How old are they now? And how old were they 18 years ago? Be curious to know. You know, just young kids getting started. You know, great. And we displayed them on the internet. Yeah, super fun. That was a good time. I enjoyed it. Just thinking about humble beginnings. You know, humble beginnings. All right, guys. Well, let me know down in the comments what you think about Leprous's early stuff, and or anything else about them. Even if you want to recommend a song, good place to do that. So over, join me on my PayPal and my Ko-fi, and you can do that. Recommend songs over there. I'll get those done for you right away. But you can recommend songs wherever you want, and we'll get to them eventually. Especially if it's something I really want to do. So I will see you guys down in the comments and in the next video. You guys have a great day. Whatever's left of it. And thank you for hanging out with me today with some extended videos of Leprous. I hope you enjoyed it, and we will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.